Dang, where did that hit? Jesus.
I don't know if it's accurate.
I would not be surprised if it's not. Bro, what in the hell? Alright, and welcome back to the channel, buddy, and I hope you're doing fine. So yeah, today we're gonna have a look at apparently some very strong weapons and the whole Murder Circus event. So as always, timestamps in the description. As you can see, there's a lot of stuff we're gonna talk about. The Ursa Mortis, the Chu Ku Nu, the Shredder, the pledge system got reworked, we have new event traits and some of them are really bonkers. And I would say, let's get this started. Alrighty, okay. Now, I would say we check out the most important thing first. We're gonna check out the rewards from the Battle Pass. Now, first reward is gonna be Post Malone, his own skin. And as you can see, everything is a little bit with the gold, the green, with the snake theme there going on. I like it, fits the game. A very fancy suit the guy is carrying here, or wearing here. I like the ammo belt and everything. Now, I'm gonna slightly rush through this because there are over 50 levels. Let's go. So, first one, we have the carbine aperture. I don't know how useful that one will be, because the aperture is something that I would use at, I don't know, 80 plus meters. And the bullet is very slow, so yeah. But hey, why not? Then we have the stamina shot, Rosewater weak, with up here a little bit of some, the symbols from that you have on your card deck normally. Yeah, weak stamina shot. We don't have a lot of skins for the weak shots, so that's nice. A weapon charm, the iron glue, then we have the golden pedal, the extended Bornheim. Yeah, nice color theme here that we have going with the red. I like that. All the Bornheims have now this pearl white and red. Then we have a restoration shot. That one is very expensive. I think it costs 140 bucks and restores 1 health bar. That is a lot. It's good though, so I think when you fight in teams, maybe it's worth it to bring one. Let's see. I mean, it's worth it to bring one. Can you afford it is a different question. Then we have the Poison Bomb, Juggler's Flourish. I don't know how often we will see Poison Bombs in the future, because honestly, I didn't see a lot of Poison Bombs recently. We get some BBs, and then finally the Infantry Sniper is getting a skin. I like the part here with the drape, well, with the curtain parts. I think that looks nifty, and finally a skin for that. Then we have the Knuckle Knife, the Savage Comeback. Yeah, the Lion one, I like that one most. But hey, here you go. Next one is gonna be a Silent Sparks pistol. I think a Silent Sparks pistol is awesome. Silent Sparks is great, but you sacrifice your big weapon slot. Now it's a small slot. And yeah, bullet will be slow and damage drop-off will start very early, but I think it's gonna be fun. Can be dual-wielded. Increased recoil though. I shot a little bit in the shooting range with dual-wielding and it kicks like a mule. But hey, maybe we can build some very fun loadouts with that. The next one is gonna be the Marco Claw. That is a very... Man, there's so much going on the skin. I think it's great though. I love it. Fits the circus theme a lot. Then some BBs. Then we have the Looking Glass, another charm unlock. Then we have the Zenny Sniper. Honestly, that is almost too colorful for me. There's a... I mean, I get it. For the Murder Circus it fits, but I think I will take the other one that came with the nun back in the days. Then a Silence Crack. I don't... Whoa. I don't know, man. Crack is already pretty meta, and then a suppressor on it. Keep in mind that it only really is suppressed the moment you put subsonic rounds on it. Okay, so when you play it with regular ammo, you can still hear it pretty far. We're gonna make, most likely the next days, a dedicated video about subsonic ammo the moment I had the chance to get some actual PvP combat with it. Then next we have a medkit. Nice. You can play that then with the red shirt, so you have a target on your chest and a target on the medkit, so they get confused and they don't know where to shoot at. Then we have the Knuckle Knife animation unlock, so keep in mind this replaces the regular inspect animation. I think it looks kind of cool. Then we have a Choke Bomb. Alright. Then we have Chum, the first legendary clown hunter. He looks great. They did an amazing job with him. I'm just not a huge fan of the clowns, because during the event it's great, but in July next year they will be a little bit out of place. But look at this dude. Do you see this? How fucked up is that? He's wearing the skin of somebody else and then painted that skin to look like a clone. Alright, okay, great. Very, very nice. Cool. Next one is going to be the Maynard Sniper Silencer. I'm going to say the same thing that I said about the Crack Silencer. If you shoot this, or when you shoot this with dum-dum rounds, this will not be super quiet. You can still hear that a couple hundred meters, I think. The moment you put Subsonic on it, you lose the dum-dum, and the dum-dum is what makes the Maynard Sniper so strong. Subsonic, very slow. It's less than 300, somewhere between, I think, 270 or 280 meters per second. So shooting moving targets with subsonic ammo is going to be really difficult. But opportunistic snipers might like this, because once somebody's looting or holding still, yeah, you have no idea from where the guy shot you. So this is a little friendly reminder that people, when they die, their feet always points to their killer. Well, exception they die to grenades and stuff like that. Then we have a stamina shot, also rosewater. That's not a weak one, that's a big one though. Then we get more BBs, then we get the King's Sigil with PM, that stands for Post Malone obviously. We have our short crowning king, very colorful. I said already like 3 times. I don't know how much I will play it, and I hope we will get another Auto 4 skin at one point. But well done. Then the Chu Ku Nu, the repeating crossbow. We're gonna talk about that one later. That is very fun to play. Medium slot, by the way, not a large slot. Then we have the small Bornheim. Alright. We have then a Sparks Pistol Fake Surrender. That is an inspect animation again. Yeah. I don't know if it will work with the Sparks Pistol Silencer. Might have to try that. Then we have the Senny Shorty. Again, very colorful. Madame Fate. Yeah, I mean, if you shoot that gun, you need a little bit of help from Madame Fate. Nice. Okay, next one. Oh my god, beautiful. I said so much, you know, so often nice. That one here is fantastic. I like the wood from the gun. The polished wood is great. It's again with the PM everywhere, but I don't mind that. With the gold and the brown, it looks nice. I love this. This is probably my favorite Spark Sniper skin right now. Then, next, Chu Ku Nu Incendiary Bolt. Again, I'll show you this in a bit. Then we have the Infantry Bayonet with the curtain skin again. Some BBs. We get for the Carbine, the 1865, finally a skin. I don't think we have one for the Aperture in this event, so this will come probably next time. Then again, the Golden Pedal with the for the Bornheim match. Then we have the Chu Ku Nu Explosive Bolt. Yep. Then we have the Senny Trauma. I like the one that has this jawbone or that skull thingy at the stock. A bit more gritty, but again, phenomenal job with this one. Then we have the Centennial Shorty Lever Spin animation, and I'm slightly disappointed that it's not for the short terminus. I know when you time the reload perfectly, or you do the reload at a specific time, you can force that animation for the short terminus, but I think a dedicated one should have happened for the short terminus first. But looks cool. Terminator sends his regards. Then we have a Sparks Pistol Silencer, the Post-Mortem. Yeah, so the PM definitely stands for Post-Mortem and not Post-Malone. But yeah, his color scheme or his color theme is great. With this polished wood, the green, the gold and the black, that is very fitting. It's super nice. Then we have Winky. Another Hunter unlock. Is he wearing the skin of his enemies? No. Okay. Alright. Well, he has already a target on his forehead. There you go. Next one is going to be the Marker Aperture. Very similar to the other one. And then we have, finally, a Hellfire Legendary skin. I don't think we have one. We have a couple with the Fire Bombs, but not for the Hellfire. So that is nice. 100 proof. Well, your enemy will go poof when you hit them with that, so that's nice. Then Golden Hair Trigger, the Dolch 96 Claw. I'm not a huge Dolch enjoyer, but I have to say it looks pretty. Another Charm, that is a Diamond Capped. Okay. Alrighty then. Oh, fuck, yeah. With the Post Malone on it. Okay, that is kind of cool. Then the next one is going to be the Infantry. It's funny that you get the skin for the Infantry Sniper and the Infantry Bayonet first, and then for the base gun. Alright, at least it has a skin now. We get more BBs, then we have a big Witch Shot. Again with the Post Malone and the snake there, that looks pretty badass. Now I saw a lot of people cringing a little bit that very, very, well, almost every skin has the Post Malone written on it. Well, it's his event. I don't mind it. I think this looks fantastic. Then the next thing is the crack, the exhibition drill spin. Now I can already see people run around with the crack and spin this non-stop. I think this will look slightly goofy. The animation itself is well done. I hope they will be careful with this in the future. This is all I'm gonna say. Looks nice though, as long as it fits the game. Here we go. This, probably my favorite Bornheim skin from the event. Looks fantastic. Then we saw it already in one of my trailer analysis videos. We have the Terminus, the marble saw. Yeah, that is nice. I love it. The connection to the shredder there with the saw. Love it. We have the Sunny Pointman. That one definitely fell in a paint bucket. I tried to make it work recently. A little bit difficult, but maybe it was the lack of a skin. Maybe with a skin it would perform better. Some BBs, then the regular Marco. Again, we have the other Marcos, the variants with a skin, and then the base variant gets the skin at the end. And then level 53, the crack silencer skin, the Ophidian Eye. Love it. With the snake wrapping around the gun, going to the suppressor is fantastic. Like with the two maws. Well, it's like two upper jaws and one lower jaw. This is looking... Yeah, dude, this is looking fantastic. It's awesome. And then at the end, we have the Post Malone, the Ringmaster skin. What I like about this is it's not taking itself too seriously, so well done. Well done. It fits the circus theme, obviously. I like the first one more. It's more hunt. It's still great. Also, apparently the whip is just, you know, a visual item for him, so no whip tool. Yet? Maybe? Okay, maybe one day. And then at the end, when you grind even more points, you get the charm unlocked with the PM on the saw blades. That's it. Let's jump to the event points. And now let's talk about how can we get the event points and honestly kill stuff. Mostly killing stuff. Now we have extract bounty token, kill targets, kill Ursa Mortis and whatnot, and destroy balloons. It is plentiful. Like getting the event points this time is crazy. You just play the game, and since these, for example, the murder clowns are not just at the circus and they can be everywhere on the whole map, you will just randomly get 3 points over there, 3 points over there. You can shoot a couple of balloons. Just keep in mind that they actually make like this pop sound. I mean, it makes sense because they're goddamn balloons. So even shooting them with a silencer, if people are close by, they can hear that. So just a little bit of a warning there. And you can just go to the murder circus and farm all the event points. There's so many. You have the shooting range with the balloons. There's a crap ton of murder clowns. And we also have the Ursa Mortis over there. Okay, I would say that's it. Very simple. Let's jump to the next one. Okay, event points are clear now. Let's jump into the next chapter, and that's gonna be the Ursa Mortis. Now, that is a new AI, and it is currently only at the circus area. And I have to say, that thing actually, when you don't know what it's doing, can be slightly annoying. Now, first of all, it can smell blood. So the moment you're bleeding, that thing gets triggered and attacks you. So shooting people with, well, bleed ammo might be kinda nice around the circus because then they have the Ursa Mortis aggro. Also, on the floor you can see these spiky vines. Step on them, that applies light bleed, and that will also trigger the bear to attack you. So, always look on the floor. I know you don't like this, but after I don't know how many years of Hunt Showdown, you should be used to keep an eye out for traps. Now, that thing walks on 2 legs, but it can drop on all 4, and then it's doing a charge. You can see that pretty easily, and then when that hits you, it will knock you down. It also knocks down AI, so be careful with that. It is the same effect from Roger. It doesn't deal the same amount of damage, although it takes a good chunk of your life. You can dodge this by strafing to the side or behind going some objects. The next thing is the roar, and the roar has the ear-ringing effect. There's actually a kind of visible animation around the bear that shows the whole zone of the roar. Now, it's not just doing the ear-ringing effect though, that deals damage too. So, and you can die to that. That is actually a new mechanic and I absolutely love it. You can run out of the circle pretty quickly, so with a little bit of practice that thing cannot hit you. Mid PvP combat though, and a bear might be a bit tricky. Now, the thing is not super tanky, so you can actually kill it rather quickly just by simply blasting it. The Chu Ku Nu together with the trait where you pull out the bolts is crazy strong, but honestly everything works against that thing. It's not like it has special protection or whatnot. The only cool thing is, the only thing special about it, use bear traps. It's a bear, so bear traps, very effective. They will stop that animal or that monster, whatever you want to call it. Even when it charges, the charge will get interrupted by the bear trap. So you can place a couple bear traps, step into these red thorns that applies bleed on you. That thing gets aggroed, comes over to you, steps in the traps, and you just blast it. That works. I think the Ursa Mortis is cool. I want that thing as a regular AI, just get rid of the circus stuff, and oh yeah, the Ursa Mortis broke free from the murder circus and is now roaming the bayou. That's all you have to do. Also, that thing has a chance to drop some traits, which is nice. Now let's talk about pledge marks, because they reworked that quite a bit. So you can have now a maximum of 9. And there is no limit to how many pledge marks you can actually gather during a match. So back in the days it was like 3, sometimes with event perks you could get 4. Now there is no limit. Every 25 event points you will earn a pledge mark. So yeah, even if you have 99 event points, you jump to 100 or you jump to 125, you get another pledge mark. So getting pledge marks is actually kind of easy, and you can farm them now during a match. You get some pledge marks in Bounty Clash, for example, when you banish the boss, and you get 3 pledge marks for becoming the sole survivor. Apparently, it's only becoming the sole survivor. Obviously, you need to win it too, because otherwise, well, your hunter is dead and you can't do anything with that. There's one very cool thing though, at least I think it's cool. People can steal the pledge marks. So, when you have 0 pledge marks, you kill somebody, they have 9 pledge marks, you loot them, you get 9 pledge marks. So yeah, nice little PvP reward there, I have to say. You don't get any pledge marks anymore for looting a hunter or killing a regular boss or a wild target, so it's purely event points in regular bounty hunt. Now what happens though when you have already 3 pledge marks, the dude that you killed has 9 and you loot him? Well, you get 6 and the other dude keeps 3, so they stay on the hunter, so somebody else comes later, loots him, should get the other 3. This is how pledge marks work right now. I kinda dig it because no more limits, and we will show you in a bit what you can do with these pledge marks, and it's pretty nice. Okay, the first thing that you can do is opening all these sealed rewards. So you have the sealed hoard, or the sealed cache, which is the murder circus. So going to the murder circus, there is a lot of stuff that you can do with your pledge marks. There is a sealed single bounty token, there is also a full restoration kit, there is a master clue, you can also get some dark side boost. There is really a lot. Some rewards can be at the supply points too, for example the fortune teller thingy can spawn at supply points, but the sealed single bounty token, the full restoration kit and the master clue can only spawn at the murder circus. And then something new with the event, we have a fortune teller machine, and it looks like this. So I can't be the only one who sees David here, right? I can't be, that is impossible. Also, you can see that it says Slotvor on the right. I probably butchered the pronunciation, so my bad. That is Croatian and means little villain. Yeah, I see what you did there. So that thing spawns at the murder circus, but it can also spawn at supply points. The rewards are the same, so it doesn't matter if you take the one at the murder circus or the one at the supply points. Now the rewards are plentiful and it's a little bit, addictive, I have to say. It's a little bit gambling, like a slot machine. And you can get trades, you can get boons. So I saw a stamina shot, I saw an antidote shot, I saw a regeneration shot. You can get cash, I got fanning and other stuff. You can get clues. It is wild. You can also get Rampage. I got Berserker from it, so you're not limited to regular clues. And you know what? Go out there, use the fortune-telling machine, and drop in the comment section below what you got out of that thing. Maybe we can create a little overview, a little list, what the fortune-telling machine can drop for us. I personally think this is a very cool mechanic, and it fits the theme of the event a lot. But there is more that you can do with the pledge marks, and with that, we're gonna jump to the event traits. Now let's talk a little bit about the event traits. They're called Troupes now. Yeah, because circus troops, I get it. I will still, for the rest of the video and for the event, call them event traits. Okay, because otherwise people will be confused when I say tropes and they will be like, the hell is this guy talking about? So the first trait is free. You just need to pledge. How do you pledge? You go to a supply point, you interact with one of the 3 boxes or the objects that you pledge, and there you go. There are also the pledge thingies at the Murder Circus. So either the Murder Circus or the supply points and you're good to go. There are 3 event pacts. Event troops. You have Trick Shooter, Ringmaster and Mystic. And I would say we check them out right now. And here we go, the Ringmaster. Command the Shadow, force unruly abominations back to their graves with the power of Darkside. The Ringmaster troop puts on a show by killing monsters from a distance and receiving Darkside boost when looting hunters. First trait, that is free after pledging, is Shadow Crush, and the next one is Corpse Seer for 2 pledge marks. So the whole thing works, get the free one, and then you have to interact with the box again to deepen the connection to the pact, but that will cost, depending on what kind of pact you've chosen, 1 or even more pledge marks. Now, what is Shadow Crush actually doing? It kills AI, and it does a goddamn good job. You go into Darkside and you have the white circles everywhere, then you click that, you channel that, and you kill the AI. Grunts, Hives, Armoreds, Immolators, they all get insta-killed. They die. And you also deal a lot of damage to meatheads. You can even use this on bosses. And that takes a quarter of their HP, instantly entering the first enrage phase. Now, keep in mind though, you can only use it once on a single AI. So you cannot use it twice on a meathead or twice on a wild target or a boss. So there you go. However, if you play in a team of 3, can of course do that, and then you can like farm meatheads super quickly. And also it sounds kind of loud when you do it yourself, like the plop noise. It's almost like a balloon exploding. I don't know if that's coincidence. So I thought, okay, this is probably pretty loud though for the rest. So can I use this as an alternative way for silencers, throwing knives and whatnot to kill AI, so my enemies that are close will not hear it? And damn, yes you can. So I queued in here with Joe, by the way. Thank you, Joe, for doing some testing with me. And it's absolutely quiet. Nice. There's a little bit of a squish sound. They collapse and that's it. That's crazy good. So this is already a very awesome perk. I like it that it's working with Darkside. Darkside needs to get a little bit more use case, I would say. And I absolutely love it. And then we have the next one. That's going to be Corpse Seer. Now, receive Darkside boost when looting downed hunters. You need to loot downed hunters. Doesn't matter if you killed them or not. You find them, you loot them, and you get a single second of Darkside boost. I think that is kind of nifty, because imagine you fight against a team and the last guy is hiding in a bush. You loot his friends and you know exactly where he is. No one can hide from you. That is pretty effing amazing. Now, there is a little bit of, downside to that. Whenever you get Darkside boost, it will be marked on the map. So this is a change. It's not just Corpse here. It's every time somebody gets Darkside boost by picking up a bounty token, you can see on the map an orange, well, it looks like a banished circle. And that tells everybody else on the map, hey, somebody got Darkside boost here. At least when we tested it, it showed for enemy dudes as well. I think this is also intentional. Which is crazy, because when you have a clusterfuck match, lots of people die, and people loot with Corpse Seer, lots of times the bounty bolt trade, you have like a Swiss cheese map. Okay, I think this is awesome. Now, as always, let me know in the comment section below what you think about these event trades. Let's jump to the next one. And there we go, Mystic, Bewilder and Be Feared. Feast on chaos and employ illusions to keep your enemies' heads spinning. The Mystic Troupe channels Darkside to misdirect and beguile. First trade is gonna be Poltergeist, that is free, and the other one is Blast Sense, and that one costs only 1 pledge mark. So it's a little bit cheaper because Blast Sense is not that great. Now, what does Poltergeist actually do? Players can manipulate, interact, and agitate inward objects and animals remotely via Darkside. 50 meters, works in Beetle View. And this is, I don't know, Crytek, this is kind of a meme one, okay? You can interact with doors, window shutters, elevators, gramophones, all of this works. And now don't get me wrong, there's also some PvP value. You can open a window, then toss in dynamite, and you don't have to get close to the window. You can open doors for your friend who scopes them through the door. There is some value for actual combat, but here is what I'm afraid of. People sit in bushes, come with beetles to the boss lair, and all that they will do is opening doors, opening windows, closing doors, closing windows, opening doors, opening windows, closing doors, closing windows. And the people in the boss lair will go effing insane. But maybe that's just me. So if you're a little rat, a little troll, and you just love to annoy people, Poltergeist will be pretty amazing for you. Sure, man, you can fake opening a door somewhere. So if you don't overdo it and you just use it once while sneaking around, you might be able to trick people that somebody is not where you are, but in the next building. But I think people will troll with this trade a lot. Next one is Blast Sense. Blast Sense, we know that already from the previous events. You can see gunshots, explosions. I think it's up to 200 meters. You get like this orange glow. Here you can see a chaos bomb. Nothing too amazing about that because you can hear gunshots anyway and suppressors do not show up. Okay, we have one more pack. Let's check out the next crazy thing. And here we go, Trick Shooter. Peerless aim, impress and wow your foes with a mastery of precision and projectiles. The Trick Shooter Troupe is sure to hit their mark and keep their pockets full of sharp objects. First one, Blademancer, free, and the other one is Crack Shot for 3 pledge marks. So that is the most expensive one. Now, let's check out Blademancer first though. Using Darkside, take retrievable ammo in front of you, does damage to enemies if stuck in them. Runes on saw blades prevent them from being retrieved, 100 meters. And that trade is really convenient and crazy strong. So I played with the Chu Ku Nu. I make a needle cushion out of a meathead. Then I use Blademancer, pull out all the bolts, which deals damage every time I do that. It's instantly 2. I don't know how I feel about this. Because very often you hit somebody with a bow and a crossbow and they are so close to dying because you hit the arm. Now the moment you hit, you jump in the dark side and you can probably finish them off. That is, yeah. I will have to do some testing with this. I will play the Chu Ku Nu on stream a lot anyway, so we will have to wait and see. But that will definitely be a must-have troop the moment you play with the bow, the crossbow or anything like that, because it's an insane damage boost. Even going after bosses, I went against the Butcher and just DPS that thing. I did not use Blademancer during his enrage phase, because during the enrage phase bosses take less damage, but I also did it against Scrapbeak, and I was like, F it, we go full DPS, so shoot the Chu Ku Nu, even when that thing's enraged, you go into Darkside, you pull out the bolts with Blademancer and keep going. And it's crazy. You melt everything with that. Literally. And then we have Crack Shot. And honestly, with Crack Shot, this is the only thing that I do not like. Crack Shot reduces crosshair spread for pistols and rifles even when using fanning, levering or dual wielding. Sway reduced for all weapons in ADS. Now I have a question. Who was asking for this? Who was asking for a buff for dual wielding, levering or fanning? I didn't. I don't like this because of situations like here. My gun. Dude. Skill, dude. 100% skill. Oh, this just feels bad, dude. It just feels bad dying to dual wielding, fanning, and levering, and now the thing becomes crazy accurate. Was this necessary? Not a fan. Gonna be honest, this is the first time I see an event trait already before it's released, and I'm like, really? I knew a few would be strong, like for example Blazeborn, which turned out absolutely obnoxious. And now we have Crackshot, and this is... Nobody asked for this. This is the thing that I don't understand. Sure, I think it's getting difficult to find new stuff, and sure, it fits the trick shooter Troupe to being like, you know, the crazy marksman. But with that thing, ADSing is kind of whatever. So let's get this started. This is double chain pistol, and we do not have the trait. You have your usual RNG, and as you can see, shooting at the dummies in the distance. Yeah, I do get an occasional hit in there, but overall I'm missing a couple bullets. And honestly, at that distance, even if I hit some headshots, it is fine. So you can see that it's not that great. Now we have the traits. Let's see how we do this time. And you can see that the crosshair spread is way smaller. And that I'm hitting these headshots a little bit more reliably, which is probably an understatement. Even when the target's a little bit further away, sure, headshots are becoming a little bit more complicated, but just tapping away and putting people down, well, in this case it's just a dummy, but it works. Of course, sometimes, well, never mind. Now here we have dual wielding with the traits and the conversion pistol. Yeah, that feels crazy. Next, we're gonna shoot at targets a little bit further away and let RNGs take the wheel. But that is honestly just dual wielding. Let's see how the regular hipfire of the Maynard sniper looks like. Now keep in mind the trait is doing way more. It also reduces sway and other stuff. And it's also working for fanning and levering. I'm not covering in this video because otherwise the video would explode. But here the hipfire performs, well, you know, as you would expect it to work at that distance. And I'm not getting a lot of hits in. I'm gonna take 3 more shots, and there we go. That was a headshot sound effect, actually. And let's get a little bit optimistic. Well, at least I hit that one. Well, can't hit them all. Now let's look at the hipfire with the trait. Yeah. First one hits, and you can see how tiny the crosshair is. Now keep in mind, of course, I'm holding still, and I'm crouched. So it does not get any smaller than this. That's what... no. But this is crazy. I'm not missing a lot of headshots here. Maybe I'm just super lucky with the RNG here in my testing, and of course you could do more testing, which I will most likely do over the next couple of days. And naturally in PvP you don't hold still and crouch, well, exception somebody sitting in a bush. But I still think it's kind of crazy how accurate you can be with this trait. I mean, this is getting kind of awkward. Oh my god. Maybe one more for good measure? And double conversion pistol with crackshot look mean. Like really mean. We need to play it, but you will probably see a lot of dual wielding, a lot of levering, and a lot of fanning over the next couple days when people go with trick shooter. So you play the Chu Ku Nu, maybe with a ranger and the trick shooter troupe, and you're gonna have crazy damage and nice, can I even call it RNG accuracy? Ooh, that will be hot. But let's see, maybe it's not as bad as I think it will be. Okay, so this is already kind of wild. Now, before we continue, and it's kind of squeezed in here, but it should be its own chapter, there's a new trait. It's not an event trait, it's called Fast Fingers. No, don't do it. So, Fast Fingers prepare some bullets in hand to reload the Springfield 1866 and Sparks rifles and their non-pistol variants faster. Now, that is very cool. What happens when you combine Fast Fingers with the higher accuracy event traits? Yeah. Well, that's strong. Now let me quickly talk though about Fast Fingers. I think Fast Fingers is a cool trait because when you use Fast Fingers with a regular Springfield or Sparks and not this super decked out on meth, on steroids trait thing, it's actually pretty cool. I like it. Especially on the Springfield and the Sparks. The Sparks will be kind of interesting because that hits like a truck, and the big downside is that it reloads quite slowly. Now you get rid of that. And the question is, will be Fast Fingers in the future for other rifles too? Like single shots. Martini Henry, for example. That would be nice. Martini Henry riposte with that. Ooh, baby. Or maybe the Maynard Sniper. Yes, that would be kind of nice too. With the two-stage reload, make that faster? I don't know if that would work. But yeah, there's a lot of options. The trait itself, I like it in combination with some event perks or a very specific one. Yeah, this is gonna be wild. Now, I would say we check out the new guns and the new ammo types. But before we do that, I know it's annoying, but if you enjoy these kinds of event videos, drop a little like. Maybe a comment what you think about these videos. Also some feedback, if you have any, would be much appreciated. Sadly, part of the job. And now, let's check out the Chu Ku Nu. And here we go. So the Chu Ku Nu, a repeater crossbow with a very nice rate of fire. Comes with 10 bolts and 10 spare. And I highly recommend using the event trait Blademancer for that. It will make your life so much easier. Then you have incendiary bolts. They break on impact, so you cannot retrieve them. It is the same damage, plus setting your enemy on fire. That can be very menacing, but not being able to get your bolts back might be a tiny bit annoying. And keep in mind that the Chu Ku Nu has to commit to one ammo type, so you cannot go regular bolts and incendiary bolts. No. Firebolts, and then you get nothing else. The nice thing is, though, that you keep 10 plus 10 spare. Because the explosive comes with 5 plus 10, so you have 5 less. The explosive bolt sticks to targets, so although it looks at first glance very similar to the frag arrows, the frag arrows bounce, and these right here, they stick to the target. You have a little bit less damage. I mean, luckily, you have less damage. You mentioned they would deal the same amount of damage. That would be absolutely insane. The high rate of fire will make this thing an absolute menace, especially when you're shooting it from the high ground. Now, keep in mind, though, that Bulwark exists, and splitting the damage in half will be quite extreme. So, for the first days of the event, honestly, get Bulwark. You will make a lot of explosive Chu Ku Nu players very, very sad. So the Chu Ku Nu will be something that will be very interesting. I'm gonna play it a lot, especially with the event trait where you can pull out the bolts up to 100 meters with Dark Side. It's gonna be strong, it's gonna be fun. I like that. The Shredder though... The Shredder. Let's talk about that one. Okay, here we go with the shredder. So you saw that already in the entry clip. Joe and I did some testing. First of all, where do you get that? You get that from the CIRCUS compound, and you need 5 pledge marks to unlock it. It's in the middle in the big tent. Since it's in the tent, it can be only once on the map, obviously, so you need to be fast. If somebody else is faster, womp womp, no shredder for you. Now the crazy trick about the shredder is that it bounces. And it has also some explosive saw blades. And the funny thing is, it deals only 50 damage. However, it's proximity based. And as you can see in this testing clip, I need to aim pretty far away to actually shoot next to Joe and not detonate it on him. Now when they bounce back though, they still explode, which is crazy. Dude, I tried to bounce it off the wall and it still detonated on you? Jesus. Now in the clip earlier you saw that it's kinda easy when you're close to the wall to make it bounce in a way that it hits the enemy. And yes, they do seek enemies. And of course the angle is a little bit mad because I'm testing how generous is the shredder. But even later then, when I try to make the thing bounce back at Joe, it's not that easy. So it only works very well when people are close to the surface where you bounce the saw blades. And when you switch to it, you have to pump it to get it ready. So in PvP, it's obviously crazy. I mean, kinda has to be, because it's a super rare weapon and you need 5 pledge marks for it. But also in PvE, that thing is no joke. You shred literally everything. Now, here's something funny. You can do collaterals with them, so it does go through your first target. You cannot pen through with though. So you have a no pen, but collateral weapon. I'm gonna show you a little bit more PvE, because, well, PvP will be for future YouTube videos. And Vincent, yeah, he just bends over and dies. Now you don't get a lot of ammo, and resupplying the thing is pretty tough from the regular saw blades, so you get 2 from a special ammo box. You can also resupply it with your ammo box, but even then, I think you only get 2. So make them count, especially the explosive blades. Now you have some drawbacks, low ammo, and on top of that people will hear the spinning of your ammo, so it will be loud. You need to pump when you switch to the weapon, but it has devastating firepower and surprisingly not a lot of drop. Well, we were asking for more unique and crazy weapons, and here you see one more collateral, and I think Crytek delivered. So I'm a little bit worried about the shredder, I'm gonna be honest here. The thing is that it is very strong, a little bit random, and it will not leave the bayou. What do I mean by that? So, normally you can't get that very easily, because you need 5 pledge marks. So you either spend a lot of time in the map to farm the pledge marks, then you go to the tent and there will be only 1. Or it's maybe gone already because somebody joined the match with already plenty of pledge marks and they rushed to the location. However, the shredder will not leave the bayou economy. This is my concern. When people find one, they take it. So that means after a few days, lots of people will have one. It is a little bit like the Dolch back in the days. You see a Dolch, you loot a Dolch, or an uppercut. You see an uppercut, you loot an uppercut. And at one point, everybody has one, although most of them are contraband. Because they're not leaving the economy. And this will be wild, because I don't mind having 1 or 2 shredders on the map, I think. But when there's a full trio running around with the explosive shredder and just shoot in your general direction and you die, I don't see this as being very fun. I have a little bit of a a few concerns. Let's put it that way. And mostly I have a few concerns because of the history with Crytek, that Crytek doesn't balance stuff mid-event. 99.9%, you know, they just roll with it. Ah, yeah, so Surefoot bugged. We're gonna keep it. We don't think it's a big problem. Or I assume, I don't know. But otherwise, if they think it would be a big problem, they would have patched it. The other one is with the trait that didn't let you burn during the event a year ago, Blazeborn. Ah, it's working as intended, yes, but it's annoying as F. Please, patch it. So if there's gonna be something broken or OP, we will have to roll with that. I don't think there will be a hotfix, I don't think there will be a patch, and yeah, let's see. So we talked about the guns and everything else. There's one more big change, and that is Subsonic Ammo. Now, Subsonic Ammo is new, and it's also kind of awesome and kind of bad at the same time. I will make a dedicated video for Subsonic Ammo very soon. First, I want to have some actual PvP with it, though, and not just some shooting range testing, because it's not the same. Now, Subsonic Ammo, Maynard Sniper, Silencer. You hear the gun fire, but the moment that you're roughly 50 meters away from the shooter, this is what you hear. Shoot. Okay.
Fuck, I don't know where you are. Yeah, okay.
I'm a bush. Nice. Getting a bit closer. One more. Okay. You hear absolutely effing nothing. Now when you load the Maynard Sniper with a silencer with dum-dum rounds, 100 meters, well, the gun sounds like this. Nice. Thank you very much. Can you load now the bleed rounds, please?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Bleed loaded.
Fire away. Okay, now I need to walk a little bit. So you can hear it. You can hear the silenced dum-dum ammo pretty far. When you go into 3D view, I assume it has regular rounds and not subsonic rounds. Now, keep in mind that there's, of course, during PvP combat a little bit more going on. Your teammates talking to you, maybe you're just running on metal. There's gunshots, explosions. Maybe there's a fire burning somewhere. Maybe there's a choke bomb burning somewhere. Maybe there's a banish going on somewhere. All of this can conceal the Maynard Sniper silencer with dum-dum rounds, although you should be able to hear it normally. So, and subsonic ammo is slow. My god, is it slow. 200, I think it's 270 or 280 meters per second. You need a lot of practice to actually shoot people at longer distances with that thing, like an insane amount of practice. And the moment people start to wiggle, it's gonna be luck based most of the time. You need a lot of patience. The moment somebody holds still and you take them down, they have no idea. This is a friendly reminder for, well, the guy still being alive after the teammate getting snagged by that gun. Bodies always drop away from the source of death, exception bleeding, then they just fall over. So when you have a teammate that got snagged by a Maynard Sniper silencer with subsonic ammo, you have to check the corpse and look in which direction the feet are pointing. That's from where your friend got murdered. Okay, but we will do, I think, in the next couple days after I have, you know, some actual PvP footage, a more dedicated video about that one. And here we go, we're done with the video, and I have to say, lots of cool stuff in there. A few things, like the fortune teller is nice. A few things, like the shredder, will be interesting. So we will have to wait and see. I hope you will have lots of fun with the event. I hope I will have lots of fun with the event. And yeah, as always, big shout out to my patrons. Here we go. Thank you very much for supporting me. You guys are, as always, simply the best. There's nothing more to add because that's the truth. Thank you for watching. Get out there, murder CIRCUS, get your points, get your stuff, and have fun. I see you in the next one. Until then, have a good day and bye-bye.